The sun slowly sets in the distance as Ryan walks into a quiet alleyway. A single tear rolls down his cheek.
You're weak.
Everyone thinks I'm weak. Well, they're not wrong.
I ended your father, and your mother was nothing but a casualty.
But I'll get stronger, and I'll avenge my parents.
As a demon exterminator, you have to fight the demons.
I never wanted to fight the demons because I was afraid.
Not by choice, but responsibility.
That ends now. I won't be afraid any longer. I was given the responsibility to fight these awful creatures. So I will fight. I will fight them until the day I die. 3 demons stand over a dead girl's corpse. They feast on her flesh.
Boss, we have company. I think he's a demon exterminator.
No need to worry. He already looks dead. Rick, go put him out of his misery.
Very well then. I'll take care of him. Suddenly, the demon Rick charges at Ryan. Ryan releases a burst of electricity. The demon explodes into a blood pool.
He's really strong.
He can't fight both of us.
Zane thrusts his claws at Ryan. Ryan dodges. He swiftly grabs the demon, then holds him in a constant electrical stun. The other demon races towards Ryan. Ryan kicks the demon, which sends it stumbling into the brick wall. Then Ryan electrocutes the previous demon, Zane. The boss demon shoots a blazing fireball at Ryan. Ryan evades the attack, then produces an electric shot, which sends the demon smashing through the brick wall. In the game room, Alec sits on a blue couch. Across from him, Lucinda is seated on a red couch.
There's this one time, Ryan climbed up a tree to save a cat. Halfway up the tree, he fell. I caught him with my wind. Ever since, I always called him Hero.
I'm still surprised that this whole time you were actually real. I used to tease Ryan about you all the time as kids. But you really like him, don't you?
Didn't realize it was that obvious.
Not to him. You gotta tell him. He really cares about you.
We were a couple when we barely understood the concept of love. We're way older, so I'm not sure how he feels about me now.
You guys are perfect for each other. So shoot your shot before he marries his science books.
Ryan walks in the game room.
And where were you? We were supposed to hang.
I was out. Alec eyes Ryan decidingly.
Something's different about you. That's my mom. I gotta go. Alec, out.
He winks at Lucinda, then leaves. Now that, he's gone, why do I have a spirit?
What do you mean?
Does all demon exterminators get a spirit?
Nope.
What about my father? Did he have a spirit?
Yep, in fact, my mother was a spirit. Years back, your father and my mother started to work together. Then they became best friends. I remember always begging them to let me play with you.
So, my father knew you weren't imaginary.
Nope. They said stuff like, not ready, so I acted like your imaginary friend, because I really wanted to play with you. But the night before your parents, I told them, and my mother, that I was your imaginary friend.
Oh. Where's your mother now?
That's the same night she went missing.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure she's an amazing, beautiful, and kind person, just like you. Lucinda's cheeks go red. Then she leans in to kiss Ryan. Ryan backs up.
I'm so sorry you said those things and I must have gotten caught up in our childhood feelings.
No, it's just I thought you weren't real. I was so familiar with you being in my life that when you suddenly disappeared, I had to learn to live without you. Now it turns out you are real and I have all these crazy abilities. There's a psycho demon after me. I'm still struggling to process it all.
I'm really sorry. Now isn't the time. We were young, I understand. For what it's worth, the reason I disappeared for 2.5 years was because I had to undergo some training. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to visit this world.
I actually wanted to tell you. I'm ready to kill Meliodas.
What? That's suicide. No one is capable of doing that. You only need to evade him.
I'm not gonna live my life being chased by a demon. I will kill him.
Alec was right. Something is different about you. I have a question for Meliodas.
Then let's get your answer. And be the first to bury that monster. In the forest, sunlight glares down at Ryan, Lucinda, and Alec. Alec holds the hilt of his sword, which remains in its sheath.
Hero, which direction?
Ryan sniffs the air. That way. Ryan points in the distance. Then they all march off in that direction. Large trees with dark green leaves scatter the surrounding area.
So, are you like a dog now?
Insult him again and I'll slit your throat. But if you must know, I taught him how to sniff for demon scents. In long distances, only first-blooded demon exterminators can do it.
Oh, I get it. So he is a dog. Lexi must be upset. She doesn't get to come with us.
Guys, I think we,
What do I owe the pleasure of this unforeseen visit?
Meliodas stands on top of a small cliff ahead of the trio. Their faces turn to a ghost white. We here to kill you. Meliodas jumps to the ground.
Your attempt will be futile.
Alec, with his silver-edged black sword, Alec takes a mighty swing at the colossal demon. Meliodas deflects the blade. He punches Alec, launching him upwards. Alec bashes his skull on a hanging tree branch. He lays motionless on the ground. Alec, no, what was I thinking? This is all my fault.
There's no time to blame yourself. Let's kill Meliodas.
Lucinda summons a blast of wind. Meliodas, unfazed by her attack, he snatches Lucinda by her neck. No, please, don't hurt her. Ryan throws a punch at Meliodas. Still holding Lucinda by her neck, Meliodas stabs Ryan with his sword-like claw. Then, he punches Ryan to the ground.
That will not kill you. However, it will restrain you.
What happened to my mother? Spirit that buried Ryan's father.
Randall's spirit. I killed her. Her being alive would have been a liability.
Blood drips from Ryan's mouth, and he bleeds from his shoulder. He lightly drops Lucinda.
Mother.
In Ryan's injured state, he glances at Lucinda. She kneels on the ground, and she covers her face with her hands.
Sorrow.
He shifts his head to glance at Alec. Alec lays on his side, with his eyes shut.
Fear. I just figured you out, Meliodas.
They all stare at Ryan as his eyes fade to an electric light blue. Light blue electricity sprouts from him and engulfs his entire body. His injuries begin to heal and he wears an emotionless expression. He stares at Meliodas as he gets to his feet.
I figured out why you're so hard to beat. Enlighten me.
You use negative emotions such as sorrow and fear to weaken our psyche. Therefore, the frontal lobe of our brains will decrease in function. In other words, we would be too overwhelmed with emotion to think critically. In addition, your monstrous appearance and intellectual vocabulary contributes to the psychological tactic you are using.
Excellent observation. However, evoking negative emotions is not needed to defeat you.
Whatever it is, now that I'm aware of it, it won't affect me. Ryan leaps up towards Meliodas. Ryan delivers an electric punch to his face. The demon recoils. Then he punches Ryan several times. Ryan dodges a punch. Then Ryan returns a flurry of blows. The injured demon flies into the side of the cliff. Ryan shoots an electrical blast at Meliodas. The demon's head explodes into blood. Demon exterminated. In the afternoon, Ryan enters the game room.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
A large blue ribbon hangs from the ceiling that says, "Surprise." Wow, guys. Thanks.
Ryan, it's good to properly meet you.
You must be Delia. Thanks so much for saving me. They all surround the pool table.
Ryan, you and me, let's go.
Oh, you so on. Let me just grab the ball. It's under the cabinet. He retrieves the ball.
Any clue why he was able to lift the cabinet? He couldn't do that last time.
He seems to have a lot more confidence.
At night, at the entrance of the house, Eric holds a red bag.
Well, bye, kid.
Wait. I want to know why you hated my father.
He had a job I didn't like.
He was a pest exterminator.
Except, he didn't exterminate pests.
Hold up, you knew about all this?
I take it as your powers are formed.
Huh. I got a lot to catch you up on. Lucinda enters Ryan's room.
Is Eric gone?
Uh-huh. But I did ask him to stay.
Is it a bad thing that he left? After all, you didn't really like the guy.
I didn't like him because, well, I thought he hated my dad.
So it turns out he didn't hate your dad.
It turns out he hated that my father had to go fight demons. He just cared for my father, I guess.
He knew? Had no idea. Well, I'm glad you defeated Meliodas. You figured him out. That was smart of you. I guess being a nerd paid off.
Without you and Alec, I could have never done it.
So what now?
We rid this world of every demon. It's also good to know that you're real. I'm not crazy. And that I didn't lose you.
Are you kidding? You stuck with me. You'll never lose me.
He gently strokes Lucinda's cheek, then moves in and kisses her passionately. And you'll never lose me.
You make my heart beat super fast.